Hi, my name is Joey Seaman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Nova Echo. And in this video, I want to give you a unbiased, as much as I can, opinion on why Nova Echo is so much better than Vapi and Retell for medium-sized and enterprise companies. Now, I've been in the space for a very long time. I was the first person in the entire world to sell a voice AI agency, and I see what these other companies are doing. Me and some of the smartest minds in voice AI on my team are working together in order to build a technology that is as useful as it possibly can be, specifically for established companies. And some of our competitors are really just focused on, building a cool voice AI system that people can play with. And sometimes it's not clear because of the marketing that they do. And I want to make that clear in this video, as clear as I can. So if you give me 5 to 10 minutes of your time, I'm going to break everything down, and I'm going to screen share right now to go through a bunch of qualities that are extremely important to a medium-sized company and where they rank between Nova Echo and Vapi and Retell, which are two of the most popular voice AI systems right now. Okay, so first things first, we have the done for you. So Nova Echo does have a done for you, and Vapi and Retell do not have a done for you in the same way. And what I mean by done for you is we do literally everything for you. We train the entire AI. We do everything for you. And I'll get to exactly what that is later on. But with Vapi and Retell, those platforms are more built for developers and people who want to, build applications with voice AI, not so much companies who actually want to use it for support, customer service, and sales use cases. And just so we're on the same page, voice AI is an AI that sounds just like a human and it can make and take phone calls. Now, with Vapi and Retell, when you go to them, you're not really going to get a full service treatment. You're more just going to get like some API keys and a platform, and they're going to tell you to figure it out. That's the experience that a lot of clients that have come to us have had with them. And we've also obviously tested out their platform, and we've felt that same way. Then we have custom integrations with CRMs and appointment booking. Nova Echo does do very custom integrations. If you have a POS system or an EHR system or just a CRM system that you need appointment booking in or whatever it is, we can and will build a custom integration with that system so that our AI employees can directly contact that system. And so, let's say you have an EHR system and you need the AI to be on the phone and ask people questions. As soon as those questions are asked, we can take that information and pass it directly into your EHR system, Or if someone needs to book a certain type of appointment with a certain doctor, let's say, we can do that. We can find the doctor in your system and book the appointment with that person. That's all something that we do. Again, Vapi and Retell, listen, if you can figure it out, good luck. But that's it. With full automation build outs. So this is part of the done for you. This is what I mentioned when I said I was going to talk about it more later. We have completely full automation build outs. And so what that means is when you sign up with Nova Echo, do not have to connect the voice AI to everything else. We connect it for you. So instead of you just, getting an agent, getting a phone number that people can call, we'll actually build out all of the automation so that when somebody does call, the agent knows, okay, when should it send a text? When should it send an email? When should it alert someone on your team? Everything like that. We do it all. And so we're actually giving you an employee rather than just, a voice AI agent that you can play around with. It's far different. No hidden fees and transparent minute pricing. Yes, we're very clear on exactly what our minute prices are. And we do give volume discounts to some medium-sized companies and certainly larger companies. But typically, our minutes are 15 cents per minute of talk time, only when it's talking to somebody. Now, these other companies, Vapi and Retell, what they'll do is they'll advertise on their website, oh, we're 7 cents a minute. But then when you actually go into the platform, you've actually built an agent. They tack on fees, and they don't make that clear on their website. They don't. And so by the time you're done with the agent, you're looking at 17 cents, 18 cents. And then you're also charged a markup for phone numbers, and you're charged if you want to do simultaneous calls, and you're charged for this, that, and the other. And so whenever you're using these platforms, there's a lot of little fees. And I mean, they need to do that because they don't have any kind of subscription or anything like that. So all power to them. But just letting you know, you're not getting transparent pricing on that website. Then we have more realistic voices, and when quality matters, we also have some lower latency. Now, realistic voices and low latency are two of, I think, the most important things within this industry. Because if the AI sounds like a robot, you might as well just use an IVR system. You might as well just use a robot. If it sounds like a human, that's what makes it cool. That's what makes it useful. That's what makes it connect with other humans that are calling in, right? So we have very realistic voices, extremely realistic, and we have very low latency. Now, again, I want to mention that on the Vapi website, I don't think this is on the Retell website, on the Vapi website, it says 500 millisecond latency. That's inaccurate. It's just inaccurate. When they embed the AI agent on a website, sometimes you see 500 millisecond latency. When it's on the phone calling, you'll never see 500 millisecond latency from Vapi or Retell. No way. It's usually closer to 2 seconds. Significant difference. It's 4 times what they advertise in the wrong direction. With Nova Echo, the average is under 1.5 seconds. So we have low latency and very realistic voices. And if you want, you can go to novaecho.ai, novaecho.ai. It's in the description as well. And you can actually do a test call on our website so that you can see for yourself. Full transparency into call outcomes and analytics. Yes. So we have full analytics. You can see everything that happens in the call. You can also see the call outcome. So you can see, okay, was this call a 5 out of 5, a 1 out of 5? Why was that? What's the summary of the conversation? You get to see all of it. Vapi and Retell do have some of these features, but they're a little bit more hidden, and it's harder to just see and go in there. Okay, this is how many calls we made. This is how many appointments that we booked. This is why. These are the summaries of the calls. This is how most of the calls went. Here are the bad things that happen in the calls and how you can fix them, and here are the good things, right? That's what Nova Echo does. And so I'm going to put maybe for both. It's like it's there. It's just a little harder to use and a little harder to find. Guardrails that work. Yes, this is something that's huge. Excuse me. If you run a medium-sized company or an established company at all, and somebody calls your agent, you need it to do what you tell it to do. Because if it does something else, that's terrible for your business and brand. If you tell it to say X and it says Y, that can really mess things up for you, especially if the call is being recorded by that person. It can be posted on social media. You never know, right? Now, with most voice AI agents, Vapi and Retell, what happens is when you have the AI calling, it will just forget some of the prompt. And so you tell the AI in the prompt, don't do this. It'll do it. No questions asked. It'll do it. It'll do it after like 1 or 2 minutes because LLMs are terrible with memory. And so they'll just forget what was put into them at the beginning. They'll just forget the prompt, parts of it at least, especially with a bigger prompt, which you'll need if you have a larger business, right? Now, what we've done is we built infrastructure, which I'm not going to go into too much detail about, but infrastructure that makes sure that AI never forgets the guardrails you set. So you tell it not to do something or to always do something, it will do it. It will just do it. And so that's really, really important, especially with some higher risk industries, like, for example, law, medical, that kind of stuff, like healthcare. That's a huge one. If you have a healthcare company and the AI gives medical advice when it shouldn't and it's wrong, that can really be a problem. Really. With our system, that won't happen. Then we have advanced form filling. Yes, we have this. And so the AI can know exactly what it should pull out of the conversation. You tell it, pull email, pull name, pull the favorite food, pull, I don't know, parent's name, whatever. It will take all that information and it will find the optimal way to get that information out of the person and into a form, which it will then send in a post-call webhook to whatever system is needed. And that's not something that is available in these other systems. And so with the advanced form filling, the AI will not just follow your script. It will actually create the most optimal path to getting all that information. And even if the script goes off rail because they're asking so many questions, it will still find its way back to getting that info before those questions are answered. So again, it's just more advanced infrastructure behind collecting information. And then we have support. Nova Echo support is amazing. We pride ourselves on how good our support is because we're constantly there for you. You need anything, we're there within an hour on weekdays. And even on weekends, we're still happy to help. We get in there, we answer your questions, and we hop on calls whenever is needed. So we're a smaller team, but we're always there. We're always there. And so you're closer to the actual core. You're not talking to somebody that was, trained yesterday and doesn't really know much. With these other companies, it's very different. Typically, you'll send them an email and you'll get an email back 24 hours later, and you go back and forth like that. Typical SaaS support, not something that I think is too, admirable or nice. But with that said, this is why Nova Echo is the most advanced technology for medium-sized companies. Or this is partly why, because I didn't want to go over everything, but there's plenty more here. And so if you want to see a full demo of all of the features Nova Echo offers that other companies, even besides Vapi and Retell, do not offer, there's going to be a link directly in the description, the top link, and it's going to allow you to book a discovery call with somebody from our team. We'll go in there, we'll answer all your questions, we'll show you a full demo, and we'll go from there. So book that demo down below, and I look forward to seeing you on a call. Have a great day.